Hey everybody, this is Sam and Beast to all those that do not know. And today we're going to show you what I recommend for using after you buy or start up your own Minecraft server. What I say now applies to server hosts that use Multicraft MC or Multicraft as their main control panel for servers and or other servers that use other forms in any ways that you can get the FTP client information. Um, I'm going to show you what I use for my dev kit, what I personally use for everything that I do, which is managing servers and occasionally making scripts for using the script plugin for whatever the server may need at the time. To a degree, I can do just about anything with that, but that aside. So, almost every server you buy or rent or whatever, you're going to get that uses Multicraft, you're going to get something like this. I'm not going to scroll down as this server is actually not mine, but you'll have access to the console, the file manager, the chat, players, so on and so forth. I always recommend, me personally, I always recommend setting a daily restart. This clears the lag, this clears whatever plugins may possibly doing RAM leaks and eating up the memory that your players need. Just set up a daily restart. That's what I highly recommend. That's what I've been using for years. I've been doing this for years, and this is what the one thing that has always kept my servers running at least 80% efficiency, if not more. Typically, it's right around 95 for efficiency for my servers or with my players on it, but that's been through me through the years. As you can tell, I have access to my plugins here as well. You can do whatever plugins you need. So like PL plugins, lists, help, which I'm not going to bring up because this server has a lot of plugins on this particular one I'm showing you now. But what you need, or what you could typically do and get away with, is you can go into the file manager. You don't really need. You can do whatever you need for mostly from here. So you don't need a external VPN or I'm sorry, external FTP client. In my case, I personally use one. This is something I've always used. I never really had this function before. So you can edit your config files like my YMLs or oh wow, this one's actually pretty colored. I did not know that before. I have access to this. As you can tell, I also have access to some things. Oh no, he removed it. Huh. That's kind of mean. Oh no, he has it. So I have access to what I made and what I dropped on the server and so on, so forth. I can edit it all right here with no issues most of the time. But most time, or sometimes you need access to certain files you cannot see on this menu, and that will require you to get the FTP credentials and log in through an FTP client. Most of the time you can get away with doing a Windows and network location. Just follow this. It's mostly pretty easy. It's just the view examples will tell you kind of what you need to do. So FTP // whatever, or there's multiple other tutorials that will show you how to do this online. I'm not the person for Windows. I've never really been a Windows guy, nor have I been a Linux, and I've never been a Mac guy. I refuse to use Mac. That's just me personally. But after you have the credentials from Multicraft, which like I said you can get from FTP credentials, I'm not clicking that as the server IP is I'm going to leave alone, but most time you'll just come up here to my case I use FileZilla. You'll type all this information in here. Other times you can actually click the Open Site Manager. You can open up the Open Site Manager, and this will show exactly what you need. Basically the same thing, and all it is just a simple click and go. But FileZilla, in my opinion, does save everything. There are others, I think is like WinZip or something like that. I don't fully remember, but a good bit of other FTP things, to my knowledge, do the same thing. Now, let's just say that you now have your FTP client. You can see all your files after you log in. Okay, cool. That's not a big deal. What do you do whenever you need to download it to your computer to edit it? There are multiple programs that I would personally use above all else. If you're just getting started out, I would recommend using Notepad++. It's actually a very, very good free software, very easy to use, very intuitive, if you will. Me personally, I found something better. It's worked better in my opinion, and I've always enjoyed it. I've never had any issue with it for the most part, and that is Visual Studio Code. Let me show you why. So on this particular computer, I don't have Notepad++ installed any longer. I've actually just removed Notepad++ entirely out of my life. Well, on this computer at least. I have another computer that still has it, but only for on-the-fly development jobs. So let me open up VS Code. It looks like it's refusing to load on my dock. And you'll be greeted with this typically. You can easily find extensions for whatever you need. In my case, I use scripts, so I want the script add-on. And this actually kind of color codes my things, gives me my code completion, so on and so forth. And I can show you all of you that here. So let's open up a folder. Let's go to here, my games. Let's go right where I keep my server, my dev kit at. Wrong one. Base scripts. We'll put it at, oh, I don't know. Let's put it under this folder. As you can tell, my VS Code quickly updated, and now I have access to all my files. I want to click rank up. Oh, look, I can work on my rank up script. I want to work on another script or another thing I'm working on. There I go. This also works with YML files, which is what you're going to typically be working on with a brand new server. And it shows up just like this. There's no add-on needed. It shows up just like this. Is very, very easy. Notepad++ is the same way. I would highly recommend, if you're new in this, to get Notepad++. If you're you're not new, but you're somewhat in the middle, like you ran at least a server for a while, for a very long while, over at least 5 months, I recommend, or longer, and you're constantly in the config files, get VS Code. I'm telling you, VS Code is the way to go now. This is the way to do things. And if you're ever looking into doing like scripts with the script plugin, this is a very, very easy way to do it, rather than fighting Notepad++ to read the script files as you want it to be read, not as Notepad++ wants to read it. But that's basically what I use in my dev kit every day. Whenever I'm working on a server, sometimes I'll use other things such as everybody saw me constantly do, go straight to my Minecraft directory, do mods. I do the same thing here. Pretty much, I have access to all these files, so like my JSONs, I can do open with VS Code. Boom, I'm ready to go. And my web development, which is another side hobby I do on the side as well. So, but that's what I recommend for new people starting up new servers that just started it and don't know where to go with plugins. As for installing plugins and everything, there's multiple tutorials. There's hundreds tutorials on the internet for that. But if you liked the video, give me a like, and who knows, maybe subscribe for more content like this. I mean, I'm always interested in helping out the players that are new in this. And I'll see you in the next one.